Yo, what's poppin', my people? It's your boy Crooks the Great, and I'm back at you guys with another banger of a UFC 5 video. And before we even get started, happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all doing good. Hope you guys are safe. Hope you guys are healthy. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to control the rhythm of a fight in UFC 5. Now, shout out to Windhelm City Guard for posting a comment in the comment section on my last video asking me specifically to make this video. As you guys know, I try to pump out content that you guys enjoy and more tips and tricks videos for you guys to become better UFC 5 players. So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down a fight that I did with Edson Barboza, and we're going to be taking on a Giga Chikadze. And as we go along, I'm going to kind of just break down my thought process of how I'm going about controlling the rhythm of this fight. So if you do struggle with controlling rhythms of fights and different things like that, then this is going to be the video for you. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the first fight, or not the first fight, but the fight that I'm going to be breaking down for you guys here on the video. So here we are taking on Hooligan. Hooligan is a Division 20 guy from UFC 4. I actually fought him quite a bit. So this guy might not be an elite level player, but he's a high level player that knows what he's doing.
So here is Edson Jr. Barboza, one of the best pure kickers in Muay Thai practice.
So right here, starting off the rip, I want to see, in order for me to control the rhythm of a fight, you have to understand what your opponent is trying to do. Number one, you have to pay attention to the fighter that they're using. So I know Giga Chikadze, he is a very, very good kickboxer. He's known as having some of the best kicks in the entire UFC, let alone just the featherweight division. He's arguably the best kicker in that division. So that lets me know this guy probably is going to be trying to crank off some kicks. He might be trying to crank off the switch kick to the body that was very popular in UFC 4. So those are kind of the things that I've taken into account before the fight even starts. Now that the fight has started, I want to see what he's going to try to do in terms of his game plan. Is he going to be pressing forward? Is he going to fight off at distance? And that's going to allow me to kind of get the rhythm that he wants to fight at, and lets me know, hey, I need to do this in order for me to control the rhythm. So that's what you guys are going to see here.
Leg kicks, including the TKO of Rafaelo Oliveira several years ago.
Right here, he's firing off a head kick.
Off the canvas to the target beautifully, something all of his
so we're immediately chopping at that calf kick because I see that he's standing very stationary, which you're going to see a lot of people do in UFC 5. So here we're just taking our time. Ooh, but right there he caught us with a nice head kick. Now, I wanted to stop it right there because I want to break it down for you guys. Just because you get caught in the first round, you cannot let that break your confidence. In order for you to control the rhythm of a fight, there's going to be highs and lows in every single fight that you do. I'm just being honest. So composure is a really big thing in being able to control the rhythm of a fight, because you're gonna want to control it from start to finish. But more times than not, that's not going to happen. You're going to face some adversity. So that's the second tip that I have for you guys on controlling the rhythm of a fight, is being able to maintain your composure even when things kind of get a little bit shaky for you. They get a little bit iffy, like they do right here. So here we're just resetting. We're popping out that jab. He's chopping out the calf. And notice that we're feigning. We're pressing a little more forward now. We're feinting off just to get a reaction out of him. And notice he switched to southpaw right there. But now after about almost 2 minutes of the fight, 2.5 minutes of the fight, I've now established and been able to establish what rhythm he wants to fight at. He's waiting for me to throw a strike, finish up my strike, and then he's coming back with a strike. So this is going to be the rhythm that he feels comfortable fighting at, especially after he just got that rock off of that head kick as I was slipping. He's getting comfortable with fighting at this rhythm. So what does that mean for me? Now that he is going to feel comfortable, he's going to kind of relax on his laurels a little bit. He's going to get probably going to get a little bit complacent. So it's on me to make him feel uncomfortable and establish my own rhythm. So in order for me to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start throwing some offbeat shots. You're going to see me pop out a straight like you have. I'm going to start working the body. I'm going to start maybe throwing in some calf kicks. Edson Barboza has really good leg kicks, really good calf kicks in the game. So I'm going to be throwing off those. Different stuff that's offbeat, that's going to kind of get him a little flustered to the point where he has to reset his own timing. And that's what's going to control the rhythm of the fight. So here we're going to keep playing it. Going down to the body with a nice body hook. And look, he misses on the kick.
Under 3 minutes here to go.
Go with a nice jab lead hook to the body. Feigning. And see, I was trying to throw off beat, but now he's kind of catching on to what I'm doing. Right there, we 3-piece him. Change back up to a regular rhythm. Let him take his turn. Popping the jab.
So now we start to see some redness underneath.
Now you see what's starting to happen here? Because he noticed that I changed the rhythm and I started throwing offbeat combinations, he's trying to answer that with offbeat combinations of his own. So now starts the chess game. And that comes into the third tip that I do have for you, is being able to adjust on the fly to your opponent's adjustments. So he's now throwing offbeat combinations. So now it's on me to change up the rhythm that I'm fighting at to control the rest of this round. So now that he's throwing offbeat, I need to switch it up and maybe be a little more offensive. Maybe throw a little bit more combinations, or I can wait and be offbeat off his offbeat. And I know that's kind of complicated, but what that means is I'm going to wait for him to throw an offbeat combination, but it's going to be on regular timing. And what I mean by that is he's going to think it's going to be an offbeat combination, but it's really not, because I'm anticipating him already throwing it. So when he throws it, I'm going to be there to counter it, or I know that the single shot is coming, so I'm going to literally try to stationary combination through it or land a combination through that offbeat strike.
I gotta think he's going to continue to attack the body with all of his strikes.
Here we're still taking our time, and look, there's a kick. We're feigning right there with the little teep kick to the body. That's something that we haven't thrown yet in the round. So here I took my turn, immediately threw an offbeat calf kick, offbeat body shot. He misses on the head kick, make him pay. He did the same thing twice because he thought. The reason why we were able to get that rock right there, ladies and gentlemen, is because he thought we were fighting at the same timing that we were earlier when he caught me with that head kick. And that's a mistake. So that's a win for us in the chess match. He thought, hey, you know what? This guy's fighting back at the normal rhythm that we were fighting at the beginning of the round. I took my turn, he takes his turn. He throws a head kick, he misses it. We make him pay with a clean lead hook. And that's just what controlling the rhythm of the fight looks like. You getting your opponent to throw a strike when they think it's safe and it's not safe, and then you being able to land a heavy damage counter on the back end of that. So this is going to mix this guy up a little bit. He's going to start to kind of have to put more thought process into what he's throwing, which is going to cause him to react a lot slower, and that's going to really pay big benefits to us in the long run, because it could potentially lead to us getting a finish because he's not playing reactionary. So here we're taking our time. We're not rushing this, not rushing the finish. Nice lead hook by my opponent. Notice we're feigning our way in. He misses on another head kick. We make him pay with some nice body shots, but there he threw a nice offbeat combination. So there we land a nice 4-piece combination into the block. But notice we're popping that straight off at different timings, so that way he can't get a read on it and slip it. Nice calf kick by him though. We respond right there. There's a nice stationary combination, and then we catch him with a nice jab hook with the offbeat combination.
All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well.
Still just taking our time. And with 10 seconds left, we're landing more and more strikes now than we did at the beginning of the first. And that's going to be the end of the first round. Now, we were in trouble. We were in trouble at the beginning of that first round. We did get caught with a head kick, but we did a good job of maintaining our composure, switching up the rhythm of the strike by throwing in offbeat combinations, and we were able to get ourselves back into the fight as well as get a rock in that round as well. So you guys just seen, I landed 51 out of 100 strikes in that round. That's over 50%, a little bit over 50% of strikes in that round. That's a really, really good round. Those stats right there, that punch percentage, that total strike percentage, lets you know if you're doing a good job at maintaining the rhythm of the fight. Because if you're landing at a higher percentage than your opponent, you're controlling the rhythm of the fight. So now here in the second round, let's see how he adjusts.
You ready to fight?
And then we'll kind of just adjust our rhythm based off what he's doing. So he's feigning off the calf kick because that lead leg of ours is chopped down pretty good. So we got to be aware of that. Feinting off to the body. He misses on the front kick to the head. There was a good offbeat jab hook combination. I didn't really expect it. Hit him with a nice slip straight. And those counters are going to be there now too because he thinks we're being so aggressive with our combinations. We're just still taking our time. Miss on the calf kick. He responds with one of his own, but we feint to the body and get him to switch stance.
Oh, you land, I land. Is that what we're doing here?
So here we're just feinting our way in. Double jab into a straight. Throwing it off beat, throw to the body. And it seems like body shots are really open with this guy, but he catches us with another clean head kick. But notice how he changed that up. He didn't throw it off from downtown like he did in the first round, where he had that much space. He waited till we were going down to the body, and he stepped back and hit a beautifully timed head kick. And that's he's doing that off of rhythm. And when you get comfortable with the rhythm, like I just did, you tend to make mistakes. So you need to stay focused. And that's another tip that I have for you. Stay focused throughout the entirety of the fight. Do not get comfortable in any single fight that you have, even if you're whooping that person's ass. It does not matter. UFC 5 will make you pay for being comfortable. And I got a little bit too comfortable going down to the body, and he made me pay with a beautifully timed head kick. So now that we got rocked, now it's on us to get the rhythm back in our fight. Or get the rhythm, the control of the rhythm, back in our favor.
The beginning of the end here.
So here we do have a cut. We switch back to orthodox.
Just over 3 minutes to go.
And now notice we're being a little more cautious because I know he has the timing because he landed that head kick. Right there through a nice combination. We hurt his nose. Breaking through the block. And we're applying a little bit more pressure because we don't want to have to deal with those kicks. Oh, we missed just barely on the jab hook, but nice hook right there by him. Now we're resetting. Popping off that jab. Ducking underneath the head kick if it's coming. And now we're fighting back at that same rhythm, and he gets another rock right there as he did in the first round. So he's getting more comfortable back at the pace that we were fighting at the beginning of the first round. So now it's on us to do something to switch up the tempo of this fight and get the momentum back in our favor. So there we're going down to the body. We missed on a body shot right there. But like I said earlier, this guy's open to a lot of body combinations as well. Check that kick. Nice jab lead body hook. Feint down to the body. So now notice the adjustment that I'm making right here is I'm speeding up the tempo of my strikes. I'm planning and ripping more, and I'm just speeding up my strikes a little bit. And right there, we hit him with a clean jab hook. He's slipping off. But now we got back control of the rhythm of the fight, because now we've rocked him. So he's going to be a little bit more cautious right here. And now we're looking for a counter, because he is going to start increasing his volume on his strikes. Crack him right there with a cleanly timed straight off beat. Hurt him. And that's going to be the end of the second round. Now, we did a better job in that latter half of that second round countering him. The counter was there. That's what got us that drop right there at the end. We threw an offbeat straight off of the pressure, got us a rock. So that's what has helped us control the rhythm of this fight in the latter half of that second round. So, why is that important? Because you need to be able to adjust on the fly. And this is what I'm saying. You have to maintain your composure to be able to adjust to your opponent's adjustments. And this is the chess match that's going to be on the feet. For those of you guys that didn't know, that are newer to the game, this right here is the game within the game. So we have adjusted well, but we haven't done a good job of adjusting at the beginning of the round, because we've gotten rocked every single time at the beginning of the round. So heading into this third round, I don't want that to continue to be a trend. So I'm going to be a lot more cautious here at the beginning of the third to see if we can get off to a faster start. That cut on Giga's nose is absolutely disgusting too. So there you're going to see we dropped him right there with a cleanly timed straight. We didn't land at a high percentage right there, but that's kind of just evident that we got hurt twice in that round. So we need to be firing off at a higher strike percentage. So we're going down to the body. We're moving in and out with some nice footwork. Popped out the jab that re-broke the nose. Going down to the body. Right there, popped him with a cleanly timed straight while he was trying to throw a front kick that time. And now we're applying a lot of pressure. Going down to the body because that's open every single time. Backing up to reset. Just staying patient with it. Now he does have our block broken, but he doesn't overcommit. So that allows me to get right back on the pressure. Staying patient. And you notice that both of us are really cautious right here when we're in the pocket, because we both have a lot of damage on our face. But right there, we get that nice leg rock. And notice what he did right there to keep me off of him, off of the leg rock. He literally just fired off like 2 or 3 combinations. And that's kind of where you're going to be able to catch opponents too. And this is why I say you have to stay patient and keep your composure, because guys will do stuff like that. They will literally anticipate or try to guess that you're going to just try to stay in the pocket with them. And the second they see you move in the pocket, they're firing off combos. And if you're not composed and understanding that, then the rhythm and momentum of the fight is going to change instantly, because they're going to get a rock. They're going to have you in trouble, and then they could potentially put you out. So good job by him being able to keep me off of him by firing off a lot of combinations. So we're just still taking our time, trying to keep the composure. Try to slip straight him, but he's not throwing off a lot of jab straights anymore. Try to crack him with a head kick. He does the same in return, breaking the block down. Mixed in a nice offbeat jab hook combination that got us right there. That got us that knockdown. Firing on him. Now Edson doesn't have good grappling, so we're going to let him off the cage right there. Duck underneath, pop him with a clean straight, but catch him with a clean jab lead hook. And now we're in a ground and pound scenario right here with Edson just off of just total rhythm. We caught a rhythm right there. We knew when he was going to throw, when he wasn't going to throw. He didn't back up and reset like you really should when you're hurt. He kept trying to fire, and we caught him with a clean jab lead hook that put him down. Now, unfortunately, we weren't able to get the finish right there with the ground and pound. But look, we're in top mount. He's hurt. His block is going to get torn up if we posture up and rain down ground and pound strikes on him. And we could do more damage potentially to even get a doctor stoppage. So this is what I'm talking about. Being able to keep your composure and knowing when to throw a barrage of strikes like we just did is also super important. So here we're on the ground. We try to posture up, but he did a good job of blocking. He's trying to sweep us into our full guard, but we're not going to have that. We posture up right here. Raining down some ground and pound strikes into that block to lower it down. Nice job by him regaining half guard right here. It's a good job by him blocking side control. So there he's able to get us back into his full guard. We're going to posture up, and we're going to get back to our feet right here. Now here we're going with a nice two-piece, and we're maintaining that pressure. We want to get him to make a mistake. And now we're fighting back at that same rhythm, but this time we get the KO off of the nice pull counter on the uppercut. Now I want to go back and replay that fight ending scenario right there, because you're going to see I'm going to take my turn, he's going to take his turn, I'm going to take my turn, and it's going to establish that rhythm to back to what he felt comfortable with in the second and first round. But instead of being out at distance and him being able to fire off a head kick, I anticipated and made the correct read and pull countered the uppercut, and blam, that ended the fight with the pull counter uppercut. So let's watch it back. So right here, I take my turn, he takes his turn, we hit him with a clean pull counter uppercut, gets the job done. And that's how you control the rhythm of fights. You get your opponent, you lull them into a false sense of security, you throw offbeat combinations, you mix up adjustments, and then you're able to get the finish like that. Now, not every single fight is going to be like that. Not every single fight you're going to be able to control the rhythm of the fight. Sometimes you're going to have to fight at your opponent's rhythm based off of the skill of that opponent. That's just how it's going to be. So you're going to sometimes have to fight at the rhythm of your opponent in order to get a finish. But in fights like these where you can kind of mix it up with the rhythm and control it, this is how you're going to want to do it. But that's it for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to slap that subscribe button if you're new, as well as slap that like button. If you need any clarification on things that I talked about here on the video, please feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. Ask your questions. Give me feedback on what you guys thought of this video as well. What you guys thought of the tips that I gave you, as well as things that I could have touched on that I didn't touch on. But until the next video, guys, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from. And I will see you guys in the next video.